Make no mistakes about it. Narcissists are very predatory in nature. They know exactly what they're doing. And you got to realize that it's not their first spin around the block with you. Just because it's your first spin around the block doesn't mean that it's theirs. They've been doing this thing for a long period of time. There's nothing new to them. Remember, there's also nothing new under the sun. They have been doing this way. They have been gathering people in the narcissistic harem to siphon souls. That's all they do. That's all they do. And you got to understand that, narcissists are charged and they're driven by demonic forces, and that's why they are so skillful in being able to discern who has the wounds and who has the need, or who is a suitable candidate for the abuse, because they don't just target everybody. There has to be a need and a void that they come in to fill. Sometimes it's loneliness, but you got to realize that just because you're alone doesn't mean that you have to be lonely. Just because you are a party and a table for one, it doesn't mean that you are not loved and you are unlovable. These are sometimes seasons. And it's so important that we get to the point where we start dealing with our root issues. You got to deal with the core wounds. Whatever your core wounding is, that is what the narcissist appeals to. Because again, remember, life is spiritual. And if you believe this, type it in the comments, right? But life is spiritual, and there are certain spirits that attach themselves to you that the narcissist and their demonic spirits are able to say, oh, okay, this is the issue. This is the person. That's why they can target people. Sometimes it's the way you smell. It's the way you speak. It's the aura that you exude. You've got to deal with your core wounds, because that in itself is going to set you free, and you are going to always be able to step outside the craziness.